What's up, guys? Pretty late video today. Quite tired, but just want to end the day off by talking to you guys about how we cannot always trust our brains 100% because our own brains usually are after a chemical that is called dopamine. So, whenever we get this satisfaction chemical brought out and released in our brains, it makes our brains crave that chemical no matter how we get it. So our brains are just wired to do what feels good. So when we get used to doing the easy things, just get used to gratification, instant gratification, doing what feels good all the time, our brain is going to literally desensitize itself towards the things that are hard and just be more drawn towards doing what is easy all the time. So for example, like this past weekend, I was just sitting on my bed, right? I was feeling quite lazy. I was thinking about doing some work, but something in my brain just made me crave junk food. Something in my brain just made me crave fried chicken, pizza, and all that shit. And what I realized is it's actually crazy. I ordered one order of fried chicken, and I got that craving in my head. I ordered the food, and once the food came, I ate it, and yeah, it felt good. Like I got an insane rush of dopamine. Like I felt so satisfied. My brain got what it desired. My brain got the dopamine that it was craving to release. But once I actually ate this chicken, my dopamine crashed. So I had a rise in dopamine, I had a rise in satisfaction, but it then crashed below its baseline, which made me desire more. So basically, our brains work by having a pool of dopamine. So our brains have a pool of dopamine. Just think of how a pool is, right? It has a certain amount of water in it, and whenever you splash inside the pool, a certain amount of water then splurges out. So what happens is when we do something fun, our pool of dopamine is lessened each time we do something we crave. So we eat the fried chicken, boom, splash. That's dopamine. Then what happens is once the dopamine splashes and gets released, some gets released outside of our usual amount. So the reason why we usually feel worse after doing the fun habit, the instant gratification habit, is once that pool of dopamine gets released, it doesn't come back, it just splashes out. Then our baseline amount of dopamine lowers. So the more you do this, the worse you're gonna feel every time. So I ate the food. It felt nice. I really wanted it. I craved it. I ate food, but my dopamine lowered, right? But the problem is, when my dopamine lowered, I craved more food. So after that, 1 hour later, I'm starting to crave pizza now. So, dude, I'm starting to get these very intense cravings. So, fuck it. I want to satisfy myself. So I order the pizza. I eat the pizza. It felt good, but now my dopamine is below baseline again. So I feel worse. But even though I felt worse, I still wanted more. So that's the second meal of the day, but I still want more junk food. So now I'm gonna order Subway just because my brain keeps telling me to do this. So it's just a lesson to know that even though your brain craves satisfaction, the dangerous part is your brain craves the satisfaction, but it doesn't matter where that satisfaction comes from. So when your brain just craves satisfaction and you listen to your brain and let it control you to do the satisfactory things that are not going to benefit you, the satisfactory things that are actually harmful to you, it's dangerous because as you keep letting your brain give into your cravings, you're training your brain to actually defend the things that are satisfactory but are actually bad for your health. That thing that you're most addicted to, oh, but that one's fine, guys, I swear. But it's literally harming your health, it's ruining your life. But this is the danger of following your brain. You have to learn to control your desires, because if you do not let control your desires, your brain is overall going to take control of everything. Your brain is going to take control of your own body. Your brain will literally control you to doing things that you actually regret later in life. So try to control this. I'm still learning about it, but I'm going to share more about my knowledge on dopamine and how your brain just is so hungry for satisfactory things, but you have to avoid this. You have to train your brain to do what is hard, because when you train it to do what is hard, you do the healthier things and you gain satisfaction from doing healthier things instead of doing the things that actually harm you. You have to do the opposite. So remember, your brain craves satisfaction and it doesn't care where it comes from, but you have to train it to actually get the satisfaction from the things that are actually beneficial and healthier instead of the instant gratification activities that harm you overall.